In just the last month, I feel like my life has changed so much.
Is it like what you wanted?
Yeah, this is so amazing.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm shaking. I'm like actually shaking.
She was so
This is
shocked.
crazy. I was not expecting to cry either.
I know.
I was
I
like
knew you would.
in
I knew.
tears. Oh.
Can I see it?
Isn't that crazy?
That looks so good. I was so nervous. I had this whole like game plan of like what I was gonna say, and I get down on my knee and she like turns around. And I saw how shocked she was. I'm like, I'm like, I love you. But yeah, it was like perfect. It was literally the perfect place. Like Chicago's always been special for us, and I knew it'd be special for her. So it's exciting.
Oh my God.
Can we do one?
You're gonna have to tell me every detail.
I will. What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the video. It has been a long time actually since I picked up this camera and filmed anything. It's been since the race video. And yeah, I've just honestly been kind of hesitant to film again and document some of my running. And it's not because I haven't been running. I've actually been running a lot and running fast, and I have some races on the calendar that I will talk about later in this video. But yeah, one of the things going into my last build for the ultra marathon, one of the things I wanted to kind of like figure out was, you know, like, do I want to continue running ultra marathons and like pursue this goal, or do I want to go back to the road and like finish some really unfinished business like in the marathon? And I think I gained a lot of clarity. I loved the ultra marathon and I will be running more in the future for sure. But I think it really made me decide that like I love the marathon. I love road running. It's where I started all of this, and there are some things that if any of you have watched this channel know that I want to accomplish in the marathon, and I'm kind of tired of like putting it off and just like not accomplishing my goal in the marathon. And part of the reason I'm always hesitant to film, and part of the struggle that it's been for me to film, is obviously like I'm a running content creator. But I think sometimes people get it twisted and they think, oh, running content creators only run because they can create content about it. And although I love making videos, it's like my biggest passion, I also love like training hard and running fast and accomplishing my running goals. I love running. It's not like content creation first, then running. It's like I love both content creation and running, but I don't feel satisfied if I'm not pushing myself as hard as I can in running and then making videos about it. That's why I haven't made videos in the last 3 weeks on this channel, is because like I really want to focus first on my running. And even though I'm not a professional runner or anything like that, I just know that I'm very like privileged and able to live a life where I make content about running, and I won't feel satisfied unless I am pushing myself in running. So hopefully that makes sense. But now I'm ready to just like take you on that journey, because I realized also that like you guys are watching this channel because you like seeing the journey and the process of me as a runner. Like whether it's successful or unsuccessful, doesn't really matter. I think you all just enjoy training with me and hearing my honest thoughts and feelings. So with that being said, I'm picking up the camera. We're filming today. We're going to do a big workout. Sophie just got back from work. So she's going to help me film. And yeah, I don't know like what this video is going to entail, but it's just going to be like, let's work out together. Let's hit a big workout. Let's get faster. I'm going to talk about some of my big goals, life updates. My life has changed a ton. At the end of the last video, you saw I got engaged, been doing wedding planning. Mostly Sophie's been doing wedding planning, but found a new place to live, just a bunch of things. So this is going to be an old school, old fashioned Nico vlog, just taking you through my training and my life. And I hope you enjoy it. For the first time in a long time, I feel like really excited about the trajectory of my future, not just in running, in life as well, but it all kind of like coincides with each other. And then I'm just pumped up, so gonna have a good sunset run tonight. I love running at night, like when the sun is setting and you're just like cranking out fast miles. So we're gonna do a 1 mile repeat workout, should be like 11 or 12 miles total. And it's gonna be a fun vlog, so join me and join Sophie on the bike. She's gonna be getting all this footage, so let's go knock out a big workout. All right, back with a pre-run fit check. I'm hype about this one. On feet, we've got the Nike Alpha Fly 3s Kipchoge edition. I'm really happy about these. My friend Jenna at Nike hooked me up with these. She overnighted them to me, so shout out Jenna. They're going to be put to use right now in this workout. Socks, I got the Nike lightweight running sock, just because I got tired of wearing Adidas socks with Nike shoes. It's just like, I'm all for cross branding, that's what I'm doing right now, but like the socks and shoes, I'm starting to feel like they need to match. My tights, new colorway of the Lululemon Fast and Free dropped. Gray, beautiful colorway. So I'm wearing those. I've got a Satisfy belt for my phone, because when I use these pockets with my phone, they chafe. There's like a little spot that chafes my leg, so I use this running belt to carry my phone now. I got this Adidas Adizero t-shirt, running t-shirt, taped nip, because I will not chafe on my nipples. Not gonna ever happen. So I've got my nipples chafed. I got my nipples taped so they don't chafe, which isn't even a part of the fit check, but shout out to Band-Aid, the brand. What else? Garmin Forerunner 970 all set up with the workout for tonight. Whoop 5.0, the Aloe hat, and that is a pre-run fit check. Okay, so this is the workout. We got a 2-mile warm-up, kind of easy-ish pace. I'll probably work down to like 7:30 pace before I start my reps. Then I'm doing 6 times 1 mile repeats. So what that means is I'm doing a mile at around 6-minute pace. Hopefully I can run that a little faster. I just don't know. Like, my speed is coming back, but it's only been a month of me really nailing down speed. So I don't fully know where my fitness is at. This will be a good sign. And then after that 1 mile, I'll do 2 minutes jog, and then I'll go back and do another mile fast, and then 2 minutes jog, and I'll do that 6 times. So 6 miles total of fast miles, and then a 2-mile cool down. The whole workout should be 11.5 to 12 miles. So it's a big one, and it will be a tough one. But I'm just gonna try to have fun with it, stay positive, and just like nail it and see what happens. So let's go run through this workout. I don't know how much I can talk during it. I'll try to, but like the struggle I have when I'm filming runs is like, I'm obviously first focused on hitting my paces, and I generally forget to talk. But if I can, during the jogs in between the reps, I'll try to talk to you and let you know how I'm feeling. So let's go knock out this workout. I'm taking a gel, BPN Go gel, before I do this, just for extra calories. Best gels in the world right here, specifically the apple cinnamon. I fuel with all BPN. I'm a BPN athlete. If you want to try any of their products, you can use my code and get a discount. BPN for life, baby. This is perfect, right around dinner time, and it smells like barbecue. And I love that. It just reminds me, I don't know what it reminds me of, food, I guess. But I don't know, it makes me feel good, peaceful, when there's a nice barbecue happening. I'm about to rip some miles, some really fast miles, hopefully. Yeah. I don't even know where I'm going with that. It's just like, it smells like barbecue. Okay, about to start our first rep. The first few reps are always like really jarring, pace-wise. Like, I already know after this first rep, I'm gonna be like, there's no way I can do this. You just have to find that rhythm. So I'm gonna walk in and knock out this first fast section.
All right, rep 1, 552. That was fast. I don't need to go that fast. So I'm gonna try to dial it back a little bit, at least to the end. Wow, that was really hard. Oh, that was really hard. Managed to hit all those at an average of, I think, like 5:57-ish pace. I'll put it on the screen, but faster than I thought I could. But yeah, it was hard. If I could summarize that workout, it would be, I hit the paces I wanted to hit, but it was much harder than I wanted it to be. So I'm happy, but I wish the effort was not as high, but that's where I'm at fitness-wise, and you just take it for what it is and keep working. At the end of the day, though, I am very proud of that workout. Like, I haven't hit sub 6-minute paces that consistently in like almost a year. So really building speed, and I'm really putting in a lot of effort. So I'm happy with that. As long as you work as hard as you can always be satisfied. That's where I'm at.
We got fiance Sophie cooking up some salmon post-run. Workout complete. Now we're having a good dinner. Let's go. Walk us through what you're making.
I don't really know what it's called. It's like smoked paprika salmon. But I don't know.
It's amazing.
It's really good.
So that's what we're going with for dinner. Sophie's ring. The ring I got her is she's not even wearing it. Crazy. She doesn't even like it. Might as well drop it down the.
No, do not do that.
Could you imagine if I actually?
No, it's like actually.
That would be bad.
I think you would be more upset. You're the one that's.
I know I would be furious at myself. But yeah, we got dinner tonight. Watch a show. That's the evening routine.
All right, it is a day later, actually less than a day. Just out on a nice, easy run, chill miles. The day after workouts, I like to just keep it really chill. And yeah, just give my body like actual recovery miles, and that's what I'm doing. So the pre-run fit check, well, mid-run fit check, New Balance 1080s, Nike Trail half tights, Satisfy Moth Tech T, Garmin Forerunner 970, Whoop 5.0 on the other wrist, going more camo hat, Beats Power Beats, listening to some music. NF's album is coming out soon. Tomorrow, I think, so hyped for that. Initially, yesterday, I was kind of frustrated that it felt so hard, even though I hit my splits. But I think what I was doing was partially like comparing it to that exact workout I did last year. But I did that workout last year in 50 degrees, and yesterday it was like 80 degrees, like pretty warm. And that's a big difference. But despite any, variables or excuses that I might have, it was a great workout, and I hit my splits, and I worked really hard. So just always reminding myself to be proud of the effort. A lot of times, like, the things I preach and like tell you all are like also just things that I'm working on myself. So proud of yesterday, recovering today, enjoying the miles. It's a beautiful day. It's still kind of warm out here in Arizona. Like, it's still 80 and it's mid-November. But I looked at the forecast and the weather plummets the next few days. So we're back, baby. Back to good weather. Thankful for good health, the ability to train for this stuff. So let's knock out these miles and then let's talk, because I have a lot of updates and things I want to talk about. So let's do it. One more thing, because I'm thinking about it. My training. This is what it looks like. You can follow my Strava and it has everything I do. But generally, I'm in the high 50s. This week will be 60 miles. And I'm really just focused on kind of staying in that range, but really nailing down speed. Like 2 speed workouts, 1 like designated speed workout, and 1 long run with some speed in it. Because I really just want to emphasize speed. All right, 6 miles done, 8:27 pace.
So I wanted to give you like a quick tip that I've been doing. I started doing this back when I started running marathons, and I kind of stopped doing it, and I wish I wouldn't have, but I brought it back for this training block. But it's to physically print out your training 2 weeks at a time. So I have weeks 1 and 2 here, and then weeks 3 and 4. And I don't know, there's just something so awesome about like crossing out each run after you get done with it. It's very like satisfying, and it just helps you to physically see the training you're doing and the progress you're making. Like, I'm gonna keep all of these print offs years down the road, just so I can like look back at how far I've come and be able to like physically see my training, because everything's digital nowadays. And so I just like that I can have something physical that I can cross out, look at, make notes on. And I don't know, it's just really like fulfilling. So print out your schedule 2 weeks at a time. And I don't know, it just makes it more fun, kind of gamifies training a little bit. And yeah, that's what I do. I keep it on my fridge, and every time I'm done with a run, I just cross it out. Okay, I love doing this. Just showing you my current shoe rotation for this training block. Up here, we got the speed shoes. Obviously, you saw me wear the Alpha Fly 3s. I've done tons of marathons in these and training in these. These are the Adios Pro 4s. These are actually probably what I'll race my marathon in. I'll probably race the half marathon in these, and these the full, just because these are a little bit softer, a little more comfortable, and I don't know, I like the feel of the Adios Pro 4s a little more. They're both great though. These are the Nike Vomero Pluses, just great daily trainers, super comfortable, cushion, stable. I also, of course, still use the New Balance 1080s. Love these shoes. I've worn these out pretty badly, so probably need to get rid of these specific pair. But These are great. Also recovery shoes as well. And then basically a complete recovery shoe is the new Nike Vomero Premium. These are just big and soft, and yeah, they just kind of like are really good for the day after a workout or a long run, just making sure your legs are fresh. So these are the 5 shoes that I use most right now in my training. All right, let's chat. One of the reasons I love YouTube is I can set up the camera and just talk to you and update you. In other social medias, like it's very quick and like fast, and I can't necessarily like say everything I want to say. So that's what I'm gonna do. Might be a longer talking section, but I just want to like share a lot. So if that's not your thing, totally skip past this, doesn't matter. But if you are interested in my life and like big updates and things that have happened and things I'm excited about, stick around because I just want to like go over all of it. Specifically these 3 things I want to talk about to kind of wrap up the video. First being life updates. My life, I feel like in the last 2 months since the race has just started rolling. Specifically because I got engaged to Sophie. Many of you know Sophie and have come to really love her, and like she's the reason this channel is even any bit successful. She helps film things for me. She travels with me. She helps me in every way. And I finally proposed to her. We've been dating for 4 years. We met in college back in 2021, so 4 years ago. And I've known for a long time that Sophie is the girl I wanted to marry. I've gotten the question over and over and over the last couple of years, people being like, dude, are you going to marry this girl? Like, why aren't you marrying her? Put a ring on her finger kind of thing. And I've read all those comments. And obviously, like that was always something that I intended to do and had the intention of doing. But I feel like honestly, the thing that held me back for a little while, I mean, it's not in the grand scheme of things, like 4 years is not like astronomical, but it was like quite a bit of time to wait before I proposed. And I think like the biggest thing for me was like, I don't know why, but I always had this kind of fear with the job I do and what I do and the stability of it. And I feel like as I started to transition out of college, I really wanted to just like make sure I was financially stable and ready and all these things to be married. And it kind of held me back from like really thinking about marriage and thinking about how much I wanted that. And I was more focused on like getting myself set and like having stability, because I was very like insecure about, could this all be gone tomorrow? Because like if people lose interest in what I'm doing, then I don't have a job and I'm not gonna be able to support Sophie. And I feel like I had that looming over my head for a while, and that kind of held me back from feeling ready to be married. But I think as I kind of grew up, I finally got hit with the realization that like, no matter what job, what profession you're in, those like feelings of uncertainty are always going to be there. Even if you work, a 9 to 5 behind a desk and it seems more secure, like you could get let go tomorrow and you never know. And like everyone has that feeling. And I started to realize like that's not really a reason for me not to pursue this with Sophie, because she's the one for me, Like I always knew she was the one for me, but I just didn't feel ready. But it finally hit me, I would say over the last 6 months. I had a conversation with her about like what she, I just to be on the same page with her. And like, I didn't want to keep her waiting if she really wanted to be married. And we'd had conversations in the past, but we had this really serious conversation. And it kind of hit me that like, you know what? I'm only where I am today in social media, in my career, because Sophie's helped me and she's been there for me and supported me like no one ever has. And that hit me. I was like, dang, like I might not know the future of my job or anything, but I do know I want to be with Sophie, and she makes me very happy. She makes my life infinitely better. And there's no reason to keep waiting. So this past summer, I asked her dad. I got the ring shortly after that, and then proposed in October. And it was the best decision I've ever made. And I'm so excited. And it was just the right time. I'm just so pumped, and things started rolling, like started wedding planning. We already have a wedding venue. In 6 months, we're getting married in Sedona. Super pumped about that. We're looking at a 3-bedroom apartment where I can have my office, a guest room, and our room, and just like moving across town to Chandler. And it's just like a very fun like time of life. And for the first time, I've kind of not been thinking just of myself and and what I want to do with this career and everything. And I'm now more excited of like, I'm starting this life with Sophie, and we get to do this more together. And yeah, I'm just like, for the first time, really excited for the future. Even though I don't know what it's going to look like, I just know that I'm excited to do it with Sophie and excited for all the life we're going to live together. So I'm so pumped. Like, I hope you can really feel that I'm like really excited about this. So that's like the biggest, change in my life is like all this stuff, like getting ready for the wedding, gonna move. I do love this apartment. I'm gonna miss this apartment a lot. But second thing I want to talk about is kind of like, I don't know if it's necessarily a struggle or something that I'm just like learning to continue working towards. And it's just like overall comparison. I've talked about this in other videos, but when I finished my 50 miler, I was really pumped, and I was like, wow, I ran the furthest I've ever ran. 50 miles is crazy. And then I get on social media, and it's like people are running 100 milers, 200 milers, 250 milers, crazy races. And there's always people doing way more cool and epic things. And every time I see it, I feel very like, dang, well, maybe what I did wasn't that cool. And that's a terrible way to think. And I know we all think that way. I know we accomplish something that we, for ourselves, feel like is a huge accomplishment. And then we compare ourselves to people who are doing way crazier things. And what I've learned is like, there are always going to be people doing something way cooler than you. But it's all like relative to you. Like, to me, 50 miles was my limit right now and my peak of what I could do. And I should just be excited that I pushed myself to my limit and not compare myself to someone else's limit. Because everyone's got a different situation. Everyone's got different capabilities. And I'm just learning to stop comparing. Like, I just need to stop comparing to people. At the end of the day, satisfaction and joy in life is only going to happen when you're like proud of yourself for the effort you put in. And if you put in your hardest effort, you can always be proud of yourself. So that's what I'm learning right now. Maybe you can learn something from that. It's easy. It's easy to see someone running faster than you, running more than you, doing all these things better than you in your eyes. But it's all just like, it's just not helpful. You'll never grow if you stay in that place of just always comparing and feeling down that you're not at this person's level or whatever. So try not to compare. Just do things that are going to push you yourself, and only you know what that is. So that's one thing I've been learning. I wanted to talk about that a little bit. Finally, I want to talk about probably the reason most of you are still here and interested, my marathon goals. If you've watched this channel over the past 2 years, you know that the 250 marathon has been a goal of mine, and it's been looming over my head for a long time. 2 years ago, I trained for the 250 marathon for the first time. Tried to run it in Eugene. I missed it by 2 minutes, but I still set a 6.5 minute PR, which was huge because I had only broken 3 hours a few months before that. So made a lot of big strides there. And then I tried to run the 250 marathon again last year, got sick right before the Mesa Marathon and couldn't run it. And then after that, I just like kind of spiraled mentally, just feeling so burned out and frustrated at everything, with running. And that was part of the reason I signed up for the 50 mile ultra, to like keep running and stay in shape, but like just get my mind off of this like 250 goal. But it's never gone away. Like, I'm always thinking of it. I always want to do it. And yeah, it's just been looming over my head. And I think this time around, I just need to change the way I think about it. And I need to like go about this goal much differently. I've done so much thinking of like, how do I balance sharing the journey with you and setting this goal and accomplishing this goal, while also like making sure mentally I'm okay and making sure that it's not everything. I'm not putting everything on this time and this one race. And I've come to the conclusion that like, I just need to be honest with you. I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to build a whole series around a time, at least not right now for this goal, because I'll just be real. Like, I'm tired of not hitting this goal. And I just know if I keep building these series and putting more and more pressure on it, the worse I'm going to perform at this race. So what I've decided to do is like, just put some races on the calendar, get really fit, and just run them without the pressure of like, this is the day I'm going to run 250, because if I get sick or I get an injury or whatever, then it's all thrown off and then everything's over for me. And I don't want to feel like that anymore. So what I've decided to do is like, I have a half marathon next week. I'm going to run that, see where my fitness is at. And then I've got the Phoenix Marathon in December. And yeah, I just want to get as fit as possible before then, run that race, see what I can do, see how fast I can run. If that is 250, that would be unreal. If it's not, then it's not, and it's just another step in the journey of this goal. So I don't know, maybe I'm not being as bold anymore by like saying I'm running a 250 on this date in this race, but I just know that I will be able to run that time if I mentally shift my thinking. All that being said, I'm just trying to say that I'm going to continue training hard, going after my goals in running, but I'm not going to any longer put so much emphasis on a specific race. I'm just going to try to get better in the marathon. And hopefully you still want to follow that journey and follow along. I don't know. I think a lot of the times I am the person that holds myself back the most. I overthink things. I doubt myself a lot, especially in running. And it just gets in my own way. And when I put so much pressure on these times and stuff, I just underperform. And I'm kind of tired of that. So I know this was a long talking section, and I don't even know who's still watching this, but if you are, I really appreciate you. Hopefully I think I covered everything I wanted to cover, but thanks for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next one. Let's get training, let's get running, let's have fun with this together, and I'm excited to take you all through this journey. So I'll see you all in the next video.